I remember Grace pulling up hard on my braid and running tight circles around me. I remember playing a game called North, South, East, West at church and crashing into my cousin's front teeth. I ended up getting 15 stitches above my right eye. I remember sweating as my creepy Miss Piggy doll chased me in my dreams every night. I don't remember why I never thought about getting rid of it. I remember big bouncy balls. I remember climbing onto the roof of our 3-story apartment with Grace and throwing our Pokemon cards to see how prettily they floated down. I remember the beep wah wah of our dial-up internet. I remember roller skating in the laundry room because it had smoother floors than the loose gravel outside. I remember playing Mario Kart on Nintendo 64. I can't remember the last time my mom gave me money voluntarily. I remember when Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, and NSYNC were the hottest boy bands ever. I remember when my dog Sally got hit by a car because one of my dad's employees let her out of the office without a leash. I remember cutting off all the hair on one of my Barbie dolls because my mom wouldn't buy me a Ken doll. Something about boy parts? I remember that my piano teacher would draw 10 bubbles at the top of the pieces I had to practice, and every time I ran through it, I would have to exit out. Before my next lesson, I would just cross everything out because I didn't practice. My sister was worse. She just pretended to fall asleep at the piano, so she never had lessons. I only remember ever watching the end of Beauty and the Beast, when Belle dances in her beautiful yellow golden dress with the prince. I still don't remember any other part of that movie. I remember living near my grandparents my entire childhood. Then in 3rd grade, we moved to Palatine, which was an hour away, and I cried every night for a week. I don't remember my boobs ever growing in. I remember the daily ritual of coming home, starving after school, making macaroni and cheese from a box, and watching Arthur reruns on Channel 11 until my mom came home from work and made me start my homework. I remember trading my string cheese for a bag of chips at lunch. I remember sitting pretzel style on the cold tile floors of the cafeteria before elementary school assemblies as we listened to RESPECT blare from the intercom system. I don't ever remember missing a Sunday service until I got to college. I remember in 7th grade, my grandparents moved into a house 5 minutes away from ours. There was a God. I remember when my mom left a huge pot to stew overnight and accidentally left it on high firepower instead of low. My parents woke up frantically in the middle of the night to a house filled with dark smoke and the smell of burning grease. I remember my dad going on business trips, and my sister and I would wait up for him just so we could see the presents he got for us. They were usually colorful rulers, so I don't know why we were so adamant about staying up. I remember going to Florida on our spring break for 3 years straight. Disney World, baby! I remember when playing Foursquare on the playground was a required part of the school day. During recess, my friends and I would try to sneak back inside to read some books, but the teachers would always send us back out. Is there something wrong with our public education system? I remember having a ballet recital and then quitting right afterwards because my mom said that I wouldn't grow. I've been 5'2" since freshman year of high school. I remember my mom helping me to attach heart-shaped chocolates to all my Valentine's Day cards. We would put them in a large Ziploc bag and then stick them in the freezer so the chocolates wouldn't melt. Then when I got to school, all the chocolates would fall off. I remember my sweet, innocent childhood.